Alright, hello, this is the Common Man account of sort of Convallaria, an account where we tackle content like Tower with just the bronze units. Okay, so today what we have going on is 10-1 all the way through 10-4 and just one compilation video. Well, I guess it's not technically a compilation because it's me doing one video, not 4 videos and putting them together. But you know what I mean. They all were kind of challenging in their own right, I believe, trying to figure it out. So let's get going. 10-1. Here we go. Okay, so 10-1, we have the Hilltop map. Hilltop map has 2 Raton balls. I've explained in previous maps what we do with these Raton balls but how you can place barrels in order to influence enemy movement. So Buckler goes, Global Guard, I put a barrel down. That makes the only pathway available to them to the right. That Voldarian assassin is pretty good at climbing and jumping around. I Luxite Shrapnel, blow up the Raton ball. You can see it creates a diagonal. So now there's no way up unless you are a Seeker and can jump across that gap. But if you have a unit on the gap, they can't get across. So the only threat I have to deal with right now is that Voldarian Seeker, and he's gone. Now, interestingly enough, that recruited assassin has a hook shot, but since you can't get up, the AI decides not to target anything and just stands in the fire, I guess. I blow up the barrel because I realize they're not going to advance, they're just going to do nothing. You can use that opportunity to build up energy or tactical skill points. Just know the enemy gets to build up energy as well. There goes the assassin. Now there's 4 left. I'm clearing out the thornweed just in case I need to kind of escape to the right. So I'm doing that in advance. I don't think I need to do so. Miss the ninja. He takes the AoE attack with his 50% AoE decrease from his fancy footwork. I use Ragnarok here because I had a lot of tactical skill points saved up, so might as well. Miss the ninja, continuing to dodge. And dodge. Those 2 fire rings I have are coming in a lot of use in my fights. Having a second one has been a dramatic change in my ability to clear content quicker. Because I'm able to burn tiles and interfere with movement. Place a barrel and get the rest of them. Okay, so that's 10-1. 10-2. 10-2 is really tricky. Oh, okay. So before we begin, 10-2. The mutagen allows all characters, including your own, to move again if they didn't act. Now, this map, there are 12 enemies. I'm going to call this the Slums map, because it's a rundown fortress or homes. So on this Slums map, this is the first time I've encountered it. So it took me a few... So here's the thing to about the Slums map. So, there are let's go ahead and bring up the old marker. There are a lot of places where you could put choke points. I guess I shouldn't say a lot. There are certain ones. So if here, there's a pathway up this way. There's a path, and that's the only pathway that is available to characters, and going like this, that do not have jump. So if you see here, that's height 17, height 19. Any normal character can go up 2 steps, right? A height of 2, a difference of 2. However, if you see here, 15, that's 18, nope. 13, that's 17, nope. Right? So you can see that that's the flow going up here, the only way. Right? So if you can get your entire team onto the upper level, then you can, and it's just one walkway when you look at it, right? So if I have a unit here, this area is blocked. Or if I have a unit here, this area is blocked, right? Or rather, I guess the proper thing would be saying that this here blocks this area, and putting a unit here blocks this area. I guess that's more accurate to say. You can also put a barrel there. So if you put like a barrel, that will block entry into this area, right, from anyone that is not a seeker. Now, not all seekers have the ability to jump up. Okay. For example, this Hanged Man agent, notice that he does not come with jump, so we don't have to worry about him jumping around. This Dark Light Assassin gains jump. This Outlaw Assassin gains jump. So those are the only 2 units, as we see, that can have the ability to jump. Now, after determining places where you can put barrels that block certain areas, or places that are inaccessible to characters with jump, the next thing to assess is, what abilities do characters have? Because if I'm up here and my enemies are down here, do they have any way of reaching me with their attacks? So we take a look. We see that the crossbowman has a height range of 3 at the max. Range 2. The sappers, they have a Luxite bomb. Range 8. A height, that's a threat. We have a Hunter's Will. This trait is this 3-tile radius. This does not have a height range like limit, so that's 40% damage. So that's a threat to remind oneself. Those are seekers, so they'll be able to jump. Militiamen, nope. Militia Axeman, that's range of 2. These dancers, range of 2. This Shield Guard, which is an elite, range of 2. So that's it. So the only enemies that have any height to them are these sappers. And you'll see we'll be able to eliminate them quite readily. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch the fight. So I knock out that particular assassin. I place a barrel and use my Prairie Fire Ring to blow it up. So again, when you have a regular barrel, right, that's 65%. Mini barrel plus 35, that's 100. So, you know, you have the option of placing the barrel here or there. If you have units up here, you get access to putting a barrel here, right? So if you don't have units up there, you won't have the range because the mini barrel needs to be summoned within 3 tiles away from a unit that is on your team. So I'm able to take advantage of that, get some extra damage onto this unit, and now he's in injured state, which is good. And then because I just used my ring and didn't use any of my attacks, my OG, my Outlaw Guard, is able to go hit that boulder and kill 2 more enemies. So we're down from 12 to 8. And all the sappers are gone. So now the next threat are the 2 seekers that can jump. Okay, so I move. I don't use the skill. I'm able to move again. I happen to have crystallized from one of my trinkets. It's that great shield, gives you a 40% HP defense, which allows me to tank. Now, I'm not sure if I would have died or not, or just barely have lived. As you can see, my Outlaw Assassin clearly has more than 40%, maybe 45% HP. So they might have lived. Also, I've been speccing a lot of my talent points into the Defender. So, yeah, maybe your unit might live more. I get my Miss the Ninja, some dodge stacks, because I know next turn I'm going to probably use him to dodge. Buckler the tank is living. I was able to use maneuver to bring my OG guard from here up to here. Really important. Of the 2, I decided I did not need Buckler the tank, because I didn't need him tanking if I have a dodge tank. And Outlaw Guard has a weapon eroder, so he can help with DPS. And eroders have good height range. So, but Buckler, all he'd be able to do would be tank and stun. So, of the 2 units, I choose to save the OG. Okay, let's continue. Alright, people are advancing. They can't hit us, though. I run into the fire, hoping to draw in the attackers more further away, but also just to take random fire tile damage. Luxite Shrapnel. I proc her heal, and I'm like, dang, these dancers are annoying. I lose Buckler here. He's a brave warrior. They attack the flag, which gives them a 50% HP heal when they defeat it to anything that's around it. So I did all that damage with burned ground to that seeker, the hanged man, and he's about to get like a 50% heal, which is, and then in addition to that, like a 20% heal from the dancer. That trap is vital because so see how much those units can jump, right? So we had a 19. I have to wait for my turn, I think, to show specifics. But that's a 20, 15. So he went from 15 to 20 in just one leap and went, huh, and just jumped up there, right? Now he doesn't have climb. When you have climb, you're able to move distances that you would jump without a penalty to your movement. So jumping counts as 1 extra movement. So if you had 5 movement and you moved, you would have 4 movement. But if you move and it causes you to jump, that's actually 2 movement. So you would have 3 movement left. So that's how that works, to my knowledge. Anyway, so I put a barrel here that's going to prevent anyone else from coming in, right? And we only have just the one assassin that can jump. So we're going to get rid of him. And have Mist the Ninja dodge tank. And I'm just going to Luxite Shrapnel him, or Rotor him, do whatever I need to. It's early on. We have 15 rounds to do this. And I need to build tactical skill points anyway. Give us moon healing. Okay. So I had a clever idea, which was I don't need to get rid of the barrel necessarily, right? Because if I get rid of the barrel, they're going to move in. And what am I going to do? Just continue removing the barrel, and putting a new one? I can't. I only have a finite amount of barrels, and you need a certain amount of rounds to build tactical points for the barrels. So I might run out of time, or might run out of barrels, or both. So I move Mist the Ninja down here. He's out of range. There's now someone that's in range that's feasible for these units to hit. So they're all going to move this way. And what's nice is that they'll be in range from any Luxite Shrapnel that I toss down this way. So that's the plan. Here they come. Miss. So, oh, and then as soon as you jump up, sorry, I paused the recording instead of pausing the fight. I think I've done that twice now. Notice, again, his height range is 2. This is a height difference of 4. So he's right there. And the only thing he can do is just swing. He swung his axe. It was like, ah, foiled. Yes. So not much you can do there. Luxite Shrapnel. I Ragnarok because I had enough tactical skill points. And those dancers are annoying because those dancers will heal if you give them the opportunities to. So I figured, why not do it earlier than later? Notice how that Hanged Man's Mark, 40% damage, attacked me. I was 3 tiles away, but I was out of every attack range. But that trait has no height limit. Now we're just kind of letting Luxite Shrapnel kind of deal with everything, kind of bait this guy in. Reason being is I want to move closer in on this crossbowman. I teleport and knock him off into the abyss. So yes, the skills I did use was Maneuver and Mini Barrel and Ragnarok. Okay, so that was 10-2. That was quite a long one, wasn't it? Yeah, that one was really involved. Took me a little bit. At first I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do it or not, but as soon as I saw I can make a choke point and kind of just bide my time and sandbag the fight, feels really satisfying. Okay, then we came to this fight, and I'm thinking, one, that's a cool cat over there, and a frog, but other than my attention being distracted, we have a small map, and it's crowded. We have 7 enemies, and we have to deal with them pretty much immediately. So we have 2 barrels right there, and every barrel that explodes is 65% of their max HP. So if they get caught with 2 barrels, they die. Mini barrel will also be added to their pool, and they'll kill them. What's nice is all these tiles are flammable, right? So take a look here. It looks like stone, but these are actually planks. So the only spots that didn't get caught on fire were where the barrels were placed, right? And having something that creates fire here is really good for this map, so I suggest that. I used my mini barrel and prairie fire ring combo to blow them up. They're gone, and all the scorched ground is going to help me with keeping these attackers at bay, adding damage, and then killing them one by one. The AI is not smart enough to just kind of wait it out. That'll be scary if one day we play tactical skill games and SRPGs and they just kind of wait for the fire to die down and they're like, okay, so there we go. I place a barrel. The barrel acts as a blockade, so they kind of have to walk around it. And when they walk around it, well, they end their turn around a barrel, and then you blow up the barrel. Buckler the tank, true to his name, tanking, stunning the crossbowmen. I still have my other prairie fire ring. I guess I didn't need to stun the crossbowman, because he dies before he gets another turn. I lose Buckler here, unfortunately, but I think he's used to it at this point. I rotor. I miss the ninja in range. He goes after my OG, but Outlaw Guard has enough HP, and he's being hit from the front, and the shaman was dying, so that all leads to not being one shot. Usually he does get one shot, even from a basic attack from a mage, but all that damage reduction allowed him to live, thankfully. Okay, now we're at 10-4. Okay, 10-4 is kind of fun. There are these holes that you can knock enemies into, but honestly, that's not really the main strat that I employed here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 enemies to deal with. Now these 8 enemies, 4 of them are these type of blade calamity spawn units that have 250 speed, so they go first because well, Buckler the tank's my fastest unit at 240. So whenever I get these maps, I go, well, it's there's the only thing I can ever do is just let them go first. If I ever get a tower map where they just completely decimate my team before I even get to go, then that's just a no-win map, right? So far though, it hasn't been like that. Showing that the developers have made it so that you can respond tactically to your situation, which makes sense. At worst case scenario is one unit will get hit, but then you put your tank there. So Buckler's gonna go ahead and stun. We have these 2 boulders. Now, when it comes to boulders, of course they do 100% HP damage. None of these enemies have HP reduction. The boulders will go this way. You can also have it go like this way. So those are the main ways of using the boulders. It's, you know, so ways that won't, this means nothing. You can't go that way. This means nothing, and you can't go that way. So what was in green are your only pathways. Now, let's be honest. Going this way makes no sense. And going this way is probably not going to work out because getting a unit to hit it over that direction compromises them. So we are going to make use of these boulders though. Right? Okay, so I place a barrel here. Notice that there's only one space here, and a space here. So again, identify spaces that you can put barrels down or units to hold down the fort as it is, as it were. I put Mr. Ninja. He dodges a ranged attack. I place a trap. I erode her. Round 2. Miss the Ninja evades. I use my ring. Blow up the barrel. That's what's nice is I can move out of range, blow up the barrel, move back into range. OG knocks back one of the Calamity spawn. We're getting a nice lineup, but it's not enough. There we go. Now we got 4 units. 2 of them being the ranged units that are a bit annoying. That one went into my trap. You activated my trap. Silly thing. Okay. There we go. That was half the enemies of the map. Killed with 1 boulder. I'll put a guardian dummy down. I didn't need him. I thought I was going to, but I forgot I had a stun up and then missed the ninja. He ran out of energy, which is why I was like, I thought I needed him. So you don't need a guardian dummy, but you might want to use them. I think I misplay here. That's so funny. I blow up the barrel because I'm like, I think I need a barrel in the future. I did not have to put Buckler over there. But, so I lose him. Oh well. We do knock off one of the enemies off the edge. And we are able to position Miss the Ninja so that the last enemy gets in boulder. In line of a boulder, and then we kill him. Okay. The gear really hasn't changed. I've been playing these one right after the other. So these are the skills and items I have on my team. And there we go. Notice I really don't use these 3 breaker units. They do not have percentage HP damage skills or the range that I need. Nor do they tank. So, yeah, their purpose in tower is kind of limited. Along with the recruited archer. Any other characters I level is purely because you need hot leveled units for Voyager quest, and you need them for sweeping. So, yep, that's my box. Okay, well, I'm pretty excited. So it's day 3, I think, of this week, and I've cleared 9 of the 10. This video is already kind of long, but I want to give you a little preview of what the last stage is going to be like, and if I clear it, well, you'll know because I'll put a video up. But I might need a little bit of time figuring this one out. So I've never fought a Nurgle Nungle fight, but it's both of them, of course. Nurgle Nungle on a small map. I would say it's like a medium-sized map, right? With no way of instant killing units off an edge. Not really too much area to kite. It's a bunch of slate, so I can't create burned ground like wherever I want, because you need to be a fire mage to do that, and or have a fire ring like I do. Even the carpet here is considered slate. It's not considered like carpet cloth. So yeah, that's a bit problematic. Now I could use these wine barrels, these liquor barrels, and catch those on fire. That's gonna be key, I think. But let's look at the mutagens, shall we? So they're gonna cause 2 random level 2 debuffs when they get attacked, which could include like nullifying my healing abilities so that's gonna suck. Then they dispel all their debuffs when they attack. So remember, when I have a character do like infection is a debuff. So not only am I going to have to figure out a way to kill all these units. Normally I do it with mini barrels, which are not debuffs, it's just explosions, right? And Luxite shrapnel. But if I allow them to attack me even once, they lose all stacks of their infection, and I'm gonna have to I have to do it all over again. So I have to play a game on this one and figure out if it's possible to kill all these guys without having them hit me. So that's something. It's unfortunate that in this game, well, I guess I say unfortunate just because I'm using common rarity units, but in this game, you have this first group do not have a castle, which means that like they will move towards you and advance. But it almost always seems that round 2, the second group advances. I would love to have maybe more than just one. It's not even like there's not even like a round to kind of like rest or anything, right? Or regroup. It's the first team advances. You kind of deal with them maybe, and then the second group advances. That's the next round, along with the first group, right? I think maybe like round 3 or round 4 would have been nice. 3 rounds to deal with this one, right? And you know, almost like a DPS check in a way. But like, this is not a DPS check when like when it's one after the other. That's not a DPS check. Well, I mean, I guess it's a wallet check if like you have a but it's more, I don't know. It's harder on the tactical options, as I would like to say, when it's like this. Anyway, so that's what I gotta figure out. Deal with two units, right? They're all hangmen, right? I got and then I have this candlelight with a HP that's also an elite. So she's gonna be healing, and the main way to deal with her is to kill her with infection and burn ground, and she's not gonna be doing that much, I guess. So okay, well, that's just a future me problem, right? We'll let future me do that one. All right, I know this was long, but hey, I'm doing 4 stages in one video. Hopefully that helped you, or if it was entertaining. Okay, I have today and 4 more days to figure out one last stage. We'll see if we can do it. I've been able to figure out the last ones, but man, like sometimes, like it just feels like there's no winning, like a map, but then you figure out one little thing and it like oddly works. So we'll see what happens. All right, bye guys.